What is good, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I want to talk about Tesla and break down something very important about it. I'm going to talk about some headlines that just came out and also what you should be watching for, as I have a very important warning for everyone. But let me first say that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Webull link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Webull and deposit $500, you're guaranteed 20 free stocks. The offer ends very, very soon. Anyways, looking at the market, I just wanted to say that SPY tried to push in the morning. We got a very, very nice pump again, but we ended up seeing some very tight resistance at 510, and that's very, very tough right now. SPY has been struggling to break past that. I'm going to be watching to see how it ends up reacting to that resistance. As a result of SPY kind of failing to continue to break out over and over again, and so far, I mean, 510 is very tough. Right, it's been kind of just turning a little bit, trading sideways. That's kind of making things a little bit harder for Tesla to continue to break out. This also relates to like Nvidia, the QQQ, and the others, which are doing some very similar stuff. So that's one factor affecting Tesla, not to mention the news. We've been getting a lot of bad news for Tesla. There's more articles coming out from Sweden. You guys can see that right now, Tesla's union fight in Sweden is now likely going to be affecting the superchargers over there. We're seeing another organization joining in the efforts, and now they're taking time to blockade a lot of work, planning, preparation, connections, expansions, services, and stuff like that for Tesla's charging stations in Sweden. On top of this, as you guys know, the headlines are still screaming. Tesla has another recall. 8,700 vehicles have to go through changes in China, even though all it is just a software update to fix some camera issues, which is not like that major. I just think it's very ridiculous how the media is going nuts over this. So it's still affecting Tesla, and it's why Tesla's underperforming. And there's been, hold on a second, there's been more bad news involving Sweden. I went over this in the morning, anyways. So things are a little bit negative for Tesla this morning, a lot of negative headlines. As part of why Tesla's been underperforming, not to mention Rivian's CEO saying things that, Rivian might not be in the best of places for the year with potentially 0% growth year over year. So just be very, very careful. So I just want to mention that for Tesla now, watch resistance right now at 195. It is trying to make its way back up, but I just want to warn you to be careful because from this pendants that was forming, we're actually seeing Tesla break a little bit down. So watch 195 as resistance. If we do break this, we have a whole zone in this 196 area as resistance coming next. Then we have 198 followed by 200. If you reject off 195, you're going to be watching it come down towards 193.5, followed by 192.5, and then 190 as supports. Overall, Tesla is a little bit weaker than SPY. It's kind of red. And my warning for everyone is that if SPY does turn a little bit, if it starts dropping a little bit more, this could slow Tesla down. Same thing with the QQQ and the others. So just be a little bit careful. I just want to give you guys a warning and watch resistance on Tesla thus far. Tesla is showing some weakness because of bad news. It is what it is. There's not a whole lot we can do about it. And we want to be very careful here. So with SPY, I'm going to talk about SPY because it's very important in this case. We have 510 as resistance. If we do start turning, watch 509.37 the 20 EMA as support. If we lose that 509 zone, 509.3, we're going to be coming down towards 508.5, around that range basically. Then we have 507.5 below that. Overall, I'm going to be watching these supports. It is showing some weakness here. You guys can see it's making lower highs. So just be careful with SPY. 510 is very tight. To turn bullish, we have to try to hold above 510, get a very, very clean break above that. It's struggling so far to do so, so just be very careful. So that's kind of it for SPY and Tesla. If SPY starts turning more, Tesla's going to slow down to the supports I just called out. So just be careful. Make sure you watch 193.5 on Tesla as a support. 192.5, 190, then 188 below that. Rivian is continuing to sink, so watch $10 as its support. And let me actually switch over to this chart for the QQQ. The QQQ is following the same trend as SPY. So basically, this thing approached around 440, went a little bit higher, 440 to 440.5, and it's kind of struggling to break past that. So now we're back to 438. If we lose this, we're going to be watching 437.25, followed by 436. So be very careful. We're barely holding 438 on the triple Q. The reason why the QQQ may be turning just a little bit is this wick right here shows a trigger of stops. So they're trying to grab stops above 440 for shorts. And then that could be a signal that it might be showing a little bit of weakness. And then I also want to call out what's dictating this, and that's Nvidia. So Nvidia pushed to about 825, the resistance we had over here, and you guys could see how well it respected these levels, so especially at 812. But notice how it's barely holding 800. If we lose 800 on Nvidia, we could come all the way down to about 794, then eventually 790. And if that fails us, we could be falling to the 780s. But I just want to say, watch 800 on Nvidia and watch resistance at 807 and then 812, followed by 820 and 825. I just want to say Nvidia is turning a little bit. We'll see if 800 holds or not. If we do lose this, this could drag the market a little bit lower. So just be very careful. I just want to give you guys a very friendly warning about this. That could affect Tesla, the QQQ, and everything else out there. For Aapl reached our target of 185. It actually did get up there, but now it's trying to reject. Watch 183.5 as support. If we lose that, watch 182.5. Resistance, watch 184.25 and then 185. We'll see how this does. We'll see how well 183.5 holds. This is forming kind of like a cup right now, but you could also interpret this as kind of like an inverse head and shoulders that could be forming. This could be like a left shoulder here. This could be like a head, and maybe a right shoulder could be forming. But that does suggest a little downside could be coming if we lose 183.5. So just be careful with Aapl right there. Anyways, going back to Tesla, we're barely at 194, so just be a little bit careful with it. As far as SPY goes, it's still shuffling right now, so it's not officially just like tanking. It's still kind of shuffling in this range between the 20 EMA and also 510, but it hasn't been able to crack 510 cleanly thus far. So just be careful with the market right now, guys. We're at tight resistance. We're going to see a lot of shuffling, and we will see if we get some kind of turn later on. So just be very careful. My job here is to give you guys a quick warning. And for the people interested in super micro, this thing is testing 900 as resistance. We'll see how it reacts to 9. We have a lot of resistance now. We have like 910, and then the 920 area, 950, and then we have 1,000 above that. And also, that's resistance for support if we come back down, watch 880, 860 to 850, followed by lower levels like that. So just be very careful, guys. Do what you have to do. Remain calm, cool, and collected, and we'll see how the market ends up responding to these different things. Have a great day. I really appreciate every single one of you, and peace out.